hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to scatterlovetarot with another pick a card reading. Today we are going to ask, how do you make them feel? So I'm doing things a little bit different today. I'm not going to actually draw an oracle card. You're going to have you guys choose a deck. And with that being said, if these are resonating with you guys, please hit that thumbs up button down below, subscribe to the channel, and set the notification bell so you guys always get notified when the next video does go live. And I will try to do this. I hope it doesn't get too crazy. The thunder was really loud and the rain was really loud just a minute ago, so I tried to wait until it passed. It seems to have settled down now, so we'll see. But remember that the more you guys interact with the channel, it allows me an opportunity to get you out more resonant readings. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and start with our prayer. So if you guys hear the rain, it's pretty gentle right now, so no big deal. Okay. My beloved source, may you be with any and all who come onto this channel and who join this tribe, and just remind them of how powerful creators that they are. Remind them of the truth of their innate sense of discernment and their intuition, but also to remind them that they are capable of making any decision in this now moment that will change the outcome of their life, potentially for forever, or at least for the next near future. And reminder that we always take the path that leads us back to home, and that is the beautiful experience of our humanhood here on this 3D plane. May they always create the life that they dream of. May they manifest all their wants and desires, and may they find the love that suits them in this life, however that shows and however that is. And may it always be known that this is a beautiful expression of your divine essence. As these words are spoken over my tribe and on this video, so shall they be. Amen, aho, ase. Excellent. Here come the trains. I'm telling you, I took a picture of one of the trains that flew over this morning. Holy moly, it was so close I could see it was FedEx. It was humongous. So anyways, guys, I do just want to take a quick moment and say thank you to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys supporting me. It just means so much that you guys have joined the tribe. And for those of you guys that are new, welcome. You are here and always will be welcomed with open arms. No judgments here. We're all humans living this human life together and experiencing what it is to be human. And what is it? A spiritual being having a human experience. Okay? So welcome, guys. So let's go ahead and get into our choices. I don't know, guys. We'll get there. Our choices. So for pile number 1, I put this beautiful garnet on there. Let me see if I can get that to focus a little bit better. Okay. Okay. For pile number 2, we do have this beautiful shard of amethyst. Okay. And for pile number 3, we have the bloodstone. Okay, let me move these up. Not too much here, but... Okay, so pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And whichever deck you guys are guided to, that should be the pile for you, keeping in mind that these are general readings. So take what resonates and leave what does not. But whichever one you guys chose, I will see you over on your perspective piles. Hello, my fellow humans that chose pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. This is for those of you guys that chose this beautiful garnet. This is going to be your reading on how do you make them feel. So keep an open mind with these readings. Again, they are nosy, but they're meant to be fun, okay, out of anything. They are for entertainment purposes. They are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not. And remember that if they do resonate, The more you interact with the channel, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy to get you out more resonant readings. And make sure that you do hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe so you guys always get notified. Well, hit the notification bell so you guys always get notified when the next video does get uploaded. So we're going to do this deck here. This is my original deck. This is the one I've worked with the longest. Doesn't really matter. I've worked with them all, but this is the one that I've had the longest. And so we're going to ask the dice first on how do you make them feel, the person on your mind. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a love connection. This could be a friend. It could be a family member. It could be a coworker. It could be a schoolmate. It could be anybody. Okay, so just keeping an open mind. And let's go ahead and ask the dice. Source for pile number 1. How does pile number 1 make them feel, this person? How does pile 1 make them feel? Source, how can you tell us how pile number 1 makes them feel? What do we need to know? Let's get nosy. Let me zoom in, guys. Oh, that's going to focus in just a second. My apologies. Okay. Someone feels lucky for knowing you. They say that I'm lucky. Lucky, 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 lucky. They say that I'm lucky. Lucky, 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 lucky. They say that I'm lucky, but I know I'm blessed. Yeah, so how do you make them feel? Like, you have definitely made a huge first impression on this person, and they feel like they could approach life and a new beginning with you in their world, right? They also like the way that you view the world, and that makes them feel free. Like, they don't have to live in a box, especially with the Jupiter and the Piscean energy here. Pisces was originally ruled by Jupiter before they discovered Neptune. And it is a planet of expansion and growth, and they call it the big good luck planet, right? Because it's the biggest planet in the sky, and it's all about good luck and good times and what have you, right? But you make them feel so dreamy. Oh, pile 1, you make them feel so dreamy, right? And romantic. I think the biggest thing that's coming through here is definitely romantic. There's a sense of fulfilling fantasies and wanting to give like that compassion that they have to you, and really like there's a spiritual bond between you guys. So if it's not something that's romantically based, they just feel like there's a spiritual connection between you guys, and you make them feel good. Like, you've given them a sense of confidence in themselves, whether you tried to or not. Like, you've made them grow into their self-confidence. They feel very abundant when they're with you. They feel like you're very understanding of them, and that makes them feel lucky. Also, I feel like they've been working on their finances because they want to travel with you guys. I feel like they want to see the whole world, a whole new world, right? They want to see it with you guys. And so they've been really trying to cultivate happiness from within, and you guys could be from different cultures or different backgrounds, or maybe even different countries. And they're really happy because there's this feeling of finding some sort of common ground in the differences that you guys share. And that makes them feel good, because everybody their whole life may have told them that there's no way that you'll ever get together with someone that's so different from you. But they see that having you in their life has made them a better person. It's made them come into this place of wanting to honor their values and to find some integrity and to have a sense of morality in the way that they approach life. And so shoot, who are you, pile 1? Like, what kind of what kind of life have you lived, y'all, for this kind of an impact? But seriously, like, they feel like you guys are old souls. They feel like you guys have been shared lifetimes together, right? And so they definitely do feel very lucky that you're in their life. Let's ask the tarot. So it's going to be a little bit different because I am using the decks today for each pile. So we won't really need to get clarifying cards. We're just going to go based on what comes out first. Okay? Just letting you guys know. So, source, How do they see pile number 1? What else can you tell us? How do they see pile number 1, source? What else can you tell us about how they see pile number 1? How do they see pile number 1, source? How do they see pile 1? Okay, thank you. You've helped them make some big changes in their life. So how do they see pile number 1, source? Whoa, okay. There's a whole grip of cards coming out. Yeah, so maybe before you guys met, they're really hopeless about love, right? With this Ace of Cups here, and really hopeless about themselves. They felt stuck in the situation that they were in, and they didn't have really good friends around them, right? And so they felt really like things weren't going to go well for them. How does pile 1 make them feel? I'm sorry, I forgot my question for a second here because I got so baffled by the cards. I'm going to get one more. How does pile 1 make them feel? Yeah, right there. Thank you. And I think there's enough room for the bottom of the deck. Yeah, and they felt like they needed to control every aspect of their life. Let's see what we got here. I know. It feels very worrying, right? Like, oh, lordy lord. Oh, I love that the 10 of Wands is right here. Okay. I love this. This is how you make them feel. Like, before you came into their life, they just felt alone and like no one cared about them, and things felt very hopeless, and things felt very topsy-turvy is what I'm hearing. And like everybody that they were around, and all the people that was in their lives, they just didn't see things the way that they could see things. It's like very closed-minded people, and they felt very hemmed in. Like, look, this is at the very center of their reading. They felt like everybody else knew the world but them. And they're like, this can't be the way that the whole world is. And then you came in and you made them feel like they could be themselves once again. Like they didn't have to hate who they were. They didn't have to feel hopeless that they were the only person in this and unbalanced. And that they didn't have to spend time looking at what it is that they valued in life and what it is that they wanted. And they like that sense of honor and like how they value themselves, and they like feeling like they have value, and you help them see that. And so they feel very grateful towards you, but they also feel like with the 10 of Wands here, my 10 of Wands talks about friendship and you guys having really close friendship. Like this is 2 peas in a far out pod, y'all. Y'all have been through it all, and you guys have created a bond and a friendship that survives the test of time, through the upsets, through the anger, through the scarcity, through the prosperity, through the abundance, through everything. Like it doesn't matter. Nothing shakes the bond that the 2 of you guys have. And so right now it's like they feel very unbalanced and that they need to control this sense of themselves, okay? And they're really trying to build that up so that they can come forward. And like I was saying, they're trying to build on their finances. There's this energy of wanting to build their finances. And I think that's the only thing that they feel like they can control at this time. And so that's what they're really trying to do. They're trying to control that. Right? But you see them making progress. You have 9 and 10 here together. Yes, 8 is here, but you do have this progress. It's like little steps. And they may feel like they take 1 step forward and 2 steps back, but they're actually making very slow progression to come towards you, to have you in their lives. And right now, it's just that they have their back turned to what broke their heart in the first place, okay? But you make them feel like they can deal with anything. And you make them feel like they can finally free themselves from, this could be family ties. This could be friends. I keep getting the sense that it's friends for some reason. I keep seeing an Aquarius sign. And so this, but even though this is a Libra card, like I just keep feeling like a friendship. Like this is a really close friend that's kept them, trying to like make them be a certain way. And they felt like this is just how it was supposed to be. They could also be someone that's very promiscuous. They don't have to be, but with the Hermit in reverse is someone who could be promiscuous, and they're learning how to let go of that so that they can come into a balanced state as well, because they feel like they're feeling the weight of that, and none of that would have been possible if you hadn't come into their life. And so you make them feel all kinds of things, okay? You make them feel like they'll never be enough, but you make them feel like they're on top of the world. And it's not to discourage you, okay? That's not what that's to do. It's meant to just show you that this person, when they met you, all of a sudden they went through every range of emotion that ever existed. And they didn't know that they could feel that. So right now they're in a huge change moment in their life. And the change that's coming is with how they feel about themselves and how feeling about themselves relates to others in the world. Right? Because with this Ace of Cups here, this is all about connecting with something other than ourselves and realizing that that is our, like, we're the expression of that. But it's in the reverse, and that's like learning how to change that so they can fill up their own cup. It's like you came in, but their cup was upside down. And you somehow, some way, got water inside the brim of their cup, like the bottom brim of their cup, and it felt good. Okay, it felt like fulfilling. It felt like, oh my gosh, I can actually make it through this. But at the end of the day, sorry, the candle blew out. At the end of the day, they didn't know what to make of it past that. It was just like, oh, it felt like you were hoping a dream. And now they're realizing that they could actually have a chance with you as long as they actually heal themselves, right? And take time with themselves. I'm going to light this. You guys are going to see my flame. No, I don't have matches. Don't do matches. I apologize. That's what I got, guys. But right now, like, what they want is they want to move forward with friendship, or they want to build something with you guys. It's just that they may not be able to articulate that at this time because they're trying to really balance out this hardship that they went through in their life. Like a lot of reversals. Yeah, you made them feel things that they'd never felt before. Like, you see all these reversals, except for the Ten of Wands here. And again, my Ten of Wands is it's not like the Rider-Waite-Smith, okay? My Ten of Wands really talks about true friendship, like being able to survive the test of time. That's it in a nutshell, but that's what they want to focus on right now, is that friendship. Building that up, being able to make it through everything. But it's like, you see all these reversals. You came into their life and you turned their whole life upside down. So there's a little bit of animosity here, but with the Jupiter coming out, we do see the expansion, the growth. So how did you make them feel? While maybe you turned their whole world upside down, you also made them feel like they were capable of changing themselves in a way that they hadn't been able to change themselves up until this point. Right? And so it's scary, right? When you go through those changes, that's scary. That's something that's like, oh, wow, like I actually have to let go of things that I've been holding on to. So say, here's an example. Say they're promiscuous, right? And they feel like, oh, I get my egoic boost from sleeping with all these people and then telling my friends about it. And they're like, yeah, man, you sleep with so many people. Or, yeah, girl, you go and get it. You be that, woman hoe, or you be that man hoe, or whatever, And it, like, they pump you up to do that. And it's like, now they're like, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that at all. Like, I don't want to be that. That's not even who I am. It's just that that's what everybody always wanted me to do. Yeah, see, and this is the Piscean energy coming back through again. Like, you make them feel like they're capable of creating a life with you. I may have to pause this video while the rain's coming. Hold on, guys. I'm going to put this down right here. I'm going to pause the video because it's going to get too loud for me to talk. And I can't, there's nothing I can do about it. It's just really loud in here when it rains. I will be right back. Okay, guys. I think we have a reprieve for now. So what this means is that, like, with this Dreamtime creation, this is Piscean energy to me, okay? And this is saying that you make them feel like they could create the life of their dreams, where with everyone else, they feel like they're stuck in like this revolving time frame where nothing ever works out for them, right? So you guys make them feel free, even though you bring out all these anxieties. With change, that uncomfortable change, it's often really good for us, even if it feels like it's the worst thing in the world. So yeah, there may be some animosity that they have for you, but the truth of the situation is that you make them feel like the world that they desire is possible, and that's not anything that anybody's ever done for them. Okay, and then we have Sagittarius energy. We have optimism, exploration, and freedom. Exactly, with that Jupiter energy coming back in. You make them feel optimistic about the future. You make them feel optimistic about being able to explore the world that they want to explore and feeling free. Didn't I say that earlier? You made them feel free. Let's see what else comes out here for you guys. Whoa, that one came flying out. Okay, we have authenticity with wolf coming through here, number 17, which is 8. So it's through the clearing of their karma that they're able to really understand who they are at a core level, and you're helping, you make them feel more authentic. You also make them feel like they have to show up authentic. If they don't show up as their authentic self to you, they know that you're going to know that they're playing BS, and you're going to call them out on it. You're going to be like, look, no, we ain't going to do this. So I'm going to leave this here because there's some kind of clarification right there. So let's see. What else, Source? How does pile 1 make them feel? I feel like I need to take off my ring. It keeps wanting to come off. Oh, okay, wow. Okay, you guys are going to get 2 of those. Look, what was I saying? This feels like love. Romantic, right? We were saying romance. It's like true love. This love is once in a lifetime. That's how you make them feel like you're their person with number 30 here, and they want to create with you. They want to experience things with you. Is this rain really going to start up again? This rain, I hope it doesn't get longer. Like, it's going to stay even. That's it. I'm manifesting it. It's going to stay even. But you're helping to purify their soul and helping them to come back to the truth of who they are. And it's scary, but at the same time, you've ignited some sense in their life that no one else has. Okay, let's do one of these cards. See what comes out. How does pile 1 make them feel? Yeah, so I feel like out of all of them, your guys' is going to be the love pile. Look. The way that you dance, go out and take a chance, how you wear your heart on your sleeve leaves me speechless. Like, this is how you make them feel speechless because of the way you choose to live your life. Right? They're just in awe. They're like, wow. Okay, let's get one of these. That's the one right there. Okay. We have number 16. To know your direction, you must understand your roots and your reach. And that's what they're learning right now. It's like they see you, and that's the direction that they want to go. But again, they have this energy that they're surrounded by that they're not yet looking at, and they're trying to figure it out. This is all, it's like a process of elimination. What is it that's meant to be in my life, and what isn't meant to be in my life? And that's what they're learning. And they feel lucky with 16, 7. 7 is a number of luck. And that's what, didn't I start your guys' reading with that? Like, they say that I'm lucky. I don't know who sings that song, but it's a really good song. So let's see what we got. Dragonfly emergence. Yeah, you're making them emerge from the depths of the water. Like, you have imprinted onto their subconscious. It wasn't even just like a good first impression. It was like everything. Your impression to them was everything. And it's changing the way that they're living their life. Look, Scorpio, we have intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. This is like letting go of the darkness, the stuff that nobody wants to deal with. And it's like the things that they didn't want to deal with. That's what I was saying. Like, you make them feel kind of all crazy energies, but it's like all the uncomfortable energies for purpose. And they understand it's for purpose, right? Like, they know that. I want to look at this one next. 11. With power and dear, like they know you guys could be a power couple or power friends or power business partners, whatever it is, right? But again, I felt like this is a love pile. It's like definitely feels romantic, but it does not have to be. But they feel like you guys could create a lot of power together and have like this emotional bond that's just going to be beyond this lifetime. It has already been beyond this lifetime. And so there's a lot of spiritual growth here. With 10 and 11, it's 111 right here. And 1 is all about having faith. So I feel like this is Source's message to you, and having faith that this is unfolding exactly as it's meant to, even if it's not happening as fast as you want. We have 1-1. We have 11-11 right here, okay? And 11-11 is all about that rapid spiritual growth. So there's a huge spiritual expansion that they're experiencing right now because you came into their life. And so they're kind of feeling all sorts of things towards you. Good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, the excited, the, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. So there's not one emotion that you're making them feel. Like, you're literally making them feel the whole range of emotions. And at the same time, it's like their spirit is forcing them to actually feel it rather than to compartmentalize it. So we have number 15, which is 6. 6 is all about balance. We practice compassion, seeing things from a fresh perspective. This is what you make them feel. You have been compassionate with them, no matter how they've shown up with you. Like, you've always been compassionate and kind, and now they want to see things from a fresh perspective. They want to see it anew. Like, they don't want to see things like they did with these people, with these friends, with these family members, with these coworkers, these schoolmates, whoever they are. They're tired of living in that box. They're tired of living a life that is full of restriction. Then we have number 29, forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. And this is the other thing that they're learning. You're making them feel like they need to forgive others because they've seen you forgive so many people. There's also a sense of them forgiving you, and they feel like they need to forgive you, and they feel like they need to ask for your forgiveness. So you guys could get a message. I'm not saying when, but there's somewhere along the line you guys could probably receive a message where they're asking for forgiveness from you, where they're apologizing, saying, I'm sorry, I didn't realize what I put you through until I had to experience all this on my own. And then we hear, trust that I know what you are truly worthy of and that I'm bringing you love that exceeds your wildest imagination. Love source. And I feel like that goes hand in hand with what we said. 1111 over here. It's all in divine timing, guys. This can't just happen right now, right? Like, you make them feel good. They love you. They care about you. They truly want to be in your life. But it can't happen right now because there's so much that they're experiencing that they would bring a lot of baggage. And you guys have this opportunity to grow together and to see things from a whole new perspective, right? We were talking about that whole new world. But they have to come into balance first, because you guys have already balanced a lot of your energy, and it's like, do you really want them to come in and cause an imbalance in a situation where you've worked so hard to balance it? No. So you make them feel good, and there's no time frame on this. I don't put time frames on anything because it's different for everybody. But I feel like this is Source just reminding you to let things unfold. Let it unfold how it's meant to, and you're gonna be pleasantly surprised. We have number 15, again, 15:15 coming out. I send you forth as sheep amongst the wolves. May you be as cunning as a serpent and as harmless as a dove. This card, I swear. Anyways, we have Matthew 10:16. Again, this is them finding balance. This is who they were. They were a sheep amongst wolves, but they were a sheep trying to become a wolf, right? And now they see you, and they see how cunning you are and how harmless you are, and they're like, that's who I want to be, because that's what it is at their core, right? And that's who they want to be. And so 1515 can be a powerful number for you. You could see that a lot. Like, if you guys do military time, you could see 1515 a lot when 315 comes by. You guys could see this on license plates. It could just show up on your news feed or whatever, guys. But it reduces to 6 to 12, which is your perspective, right? And also 6, and that's a master number. And 6 is all about balance and harmony and seeing yourself through the eyes of the divine. So keep loving yourself. The message here is to keep loving yourselves, because they feel like you're their true love. This is a once in a lifetime. This is it. This is who I want. But they're just dealing with a lot of stuff right now. And you force them into seeing this, whether you wanted to or not. Like, I don't feel like you guys held a gun to their head, okay? Like, let's be real. Like, that's not, there's no like, oh my gosh, you better feel this. No, it was like you guys just came into their life, and it just opened their eyes to the truth of what they really wanted. And it was like, I didn't even know this existed until they met you, pile one. So this is what I have for you guys. I hope that resonates. If it does, hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel and set the notification bell so you guys always get notified when the next video does go live. With that being said, I'm going to get on out of here. But until next time, stay human, guys. Bye. Hello, my fellow humans that chose pile number 2. This deck, or you guys chose this beautiful amethyst shard. This is going to be your guys' reading on how do you make them feel. I do ask you guys to keep an open mind. It could be romantic love, but this could be friendship, family, situationships, co-workers, school workers, whatever, guys. It doesn't necessarily mean it is love. However, that could come out. We'll just find out as we get into it. If these resonate with you guys, hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel and set the notification bell so you guys get notified whenever I upload a new video. And keep in mind that as you guys interact with the channel, it does allow me an opportunity to connect with your energy and get you guys out more resonant readings. So that being said, we are going to start with the dice and ask, how do you make this person feel? How do you make them feel, right? So Source, how does pile 2 make them feel? How does pile 2 make them feel, Source? What can you tell us? What can you let us know about how pile 2 makes them feel? What do you want us to know, Source? How do they make them feel? Totally got surprised, and it's raining today. So you guys might hear the rain in the background, and if it gets too loud, I will have to pause the video and come back, okay? Because it just gets loud in here. Imagine being in here at night when it rains. Sometimes it's so loud, it sounds like it's hitting a tin roof. It's so loud. So anyways, guys, I guess that's kind of what it's doing. All right, cool. So how do you make them feel? Like home. Like home. All right, if this turns out to be all love readings, I'm cool with that. I'm all right with that. That's cool. Yeah, you make them feel like home. You remind them of home. And very emotional. Like, they've got a lot of emotions when they think about you, right? Like, they could see you guys being the mother to their children, or they could be, you know, or the father to their children, or whatever, just a parent in general. And they could see you guys building deep foundations, and you make them feel like they could set down roots. Especially with this Capricorn energy, it's very determined and hardworking and disciplined, but that stable, that structure, that security, like that's what they feel like they want to, they're responsible for providing this to you, this structure, this stability, and that you're the only one that they can really build that with, right? And there are times when they feel like they're limited, like they can't offer you everything that you need. And so they're really trying to make changes with their own life, whether that's in their business or in their personal life. But they're just trying to be patient, because there's some parts of this connection you make them feel very impatient, but they know that they have to stay persistent on their journey and discipline, because it's the only way that things are going to work out. Especially with this Venusian energy coming in here, like, talk about love, right? Now, Venus is ruled by Aphrodite, and Aphrodite is all about self-love. Like, she don't fall in love with nobody because she's the glamorama, and ain't nobody good enough for her, okay? Like, let's be real. And that's how they feel. Like, you make them feel like you're too good for them. And they're really attracted to you, and they really, like, they want to lavish you with gifts and luxury, and they want to do things for you that no one else has done, and you make them feel like they really have to up their game in order to just be a part of your life, because they are so attracted to you guys. Like, they are really attracted to you guys, and they want to be a part of your life, but they want to be the pleasure part of your life. They want to be the finances of your life. So this could be a masculine that we're talking about. It does not have to be. This could be a divine femme that we're talking about. But regardless, this is somebody who wants to provide a sense of harmony in your life, because you make them feel harmonious. Like, you make them feel at peace. And it's like everything that you make them feel, they want to provide to you in the physical realm. And it's like all about love and luxury and home and family and life, but they want to be hardworking. So you make them feel like they can work as hard as they ever need to provide that for you, and they'd be willing to do that for you. They'd be willing to provide all of that for you if it meant just giving up their life to be disciplined in work. Now, I know, pile 2, you're probably all not like that. Okay, you guys probably aren't like, work, slave, work. Like, it's not like that. Like, it's, like, I feel like you guys are in this energy of, like, I want to spend time with them. I want to have fun with them. Like, I want to experience life with them. But it's like they're just in this energy of, like, they want to provide you the best of the best of the best. And if that means they have to work their hands to the bone, then they're going to, because that's what they want to provide for you. So let's ask the cards. We're going to get these cards for you guys today. So how does pile 2 make this person feel, Source? How does pile 2 make this person feel? How does pile 2 make this person feel? Okay, thank you. How does pile 2 make this person feel? Okay, guys, I'm going to give it a minute because it's going to get too loud in here. I'm going to put it up like this. I'm going to pause it and see if this passes, because if it doesn't, it's just going to be way too loud, and it's just going to sound like that the whole time, okay? Okay, guys, it's calmed down a little bit, so let's go ahead and see. I'm going to shuffle this one more time. So, Source, how does pile 2 make them feel? I have like a 5-minute time frame where it's just like so loud in here. I can't even hear myself think. That's how loud it is. So, thank you for your patience, guys. So, Source, how does pile 2 make this person feel? Make sure that's one card. These cards are so thick. Sometimes I'm not sure. How does pile 2 make this person feel, Source? Thank you. Make sure I'm in frame. Okay. How does pile 2 make this person feel, Source? That one. Thank you. One more. How does pile 2 make them feel? Okay, thank you. And I think that's good. What do we got on the bottom of the deck? Guys, really? Yeah. Boy, I think that I'm in love with you. Doing silly things when it comes to you. Alright, so we have the 5 of diamonds. Also depicting the Hierophant or the Pope. We have the 2 of diamonds depicting the Popess. So we have a couple here. Okay. We have the Queen of Clubs, and we have the Ace of Clubs depicting strength. Y'all make them feel like out of this world. They want, like, what was I saying? They want to build a home with you here. Like, and it's like they see you as the bread to their butter, like the jelly to their peanut butter, you know? Like, they see you guys as a perfect pair, and it's like you make them feel like they could finally settle down and build something, because it's like they've never met anybody like you. You make them feel strong and resilient, and like they could have everything they wanted in the world. They see you as the Empress here. Look, and they're ready to change their life. Like, they're ready to change everything because they see you as somebody that's worth putting it all on hold for. Like, putting everything on the line. It's like you're the one. When I say you're the one, they mean you're the one, okay? Like, they are in love with you, and you make them feel this good energy. You make them feel confident in themselves. You make them feel like, oh my gosh, if I had pile 2, like, or maybe you guys are together, you know, like, already, and that's cool. Like, they're just really happy. Like, it's like this energy, like, being in your energy makes them feel like they're untouchable. Like, just having you in their life, or just knowing you and being able to, like, imagine this family with you, or to have this family with you, it means that it's like, oh my gosh, like, I have everything I could have ever wanted. And they're like, there's no regrets. It's no regrets that it's you. Like, they're not wondering if there's somebody else that's better. They're not wondering if it's something else that they need. They're not wondering that, because you're their truth. That's what they see. You're their truth. And that's it for them. Come on, rain. I love the rain. If it would just stay even, that would be great. If it gets too much louder, I'm going to have to pause it, guys. So, but they're like, there's this perfect balance of taking action here and receiving, right? With this card, I'm getting this balance of masculine and feminine. It's like you're their masculine, or you're their feminine, and they're your masculine, or they're your feminine, right? Like, it's like there's just this beautiful balance between you guys, and it's really a beautiful energy that's coming through, and they want to give you everything. So if they haven't offered you love yet, like, that's something that will be coming in the future, right? Because that's it. Like, you see, look at these pairs. You have the Pope and the Popess. You have the Queen of Clubs here with the strength, but if you look, she's like the tiger, and you have the lion here. It's like these energies that are showing perfect matches. Like, it's such a beautiful energy. Honestly, like, I'm kind of overfilled with love right now. Like, oh my gosh, it's almost sickening how much you love each other. No, it's really not. It's actually very beautiful. Like, I feel like you guys both feel that same way. And they do. They want to offer you everything. They want to offer you everything because they're smitten by you. You make them feel like they don't even want to look at anyone else, okay? Like, they don't even want that. No one else has entered the picture, okay? It's just you, and they're perfectly okay with that. Like, they're fine with that. And so you make them feel like you're the key, in their life. You make them feel like they're a king. You make them feel like they're a queen, whatever. Make them feel royalty, and they want to share everything they have with you. And they really feel like you're their one. Like, that's it. You're their person. You're their person, and they're willing to work hard to get you. Even though you still seem like you're out of their league. Like, there's still this energy of being out of their league, you know? But it's like they're still willing to try because there's no denying how they feel about you. And that's, they love you. I mean, they love you. Pile 2, they love you, okay? Like, that's it. How simplistic can we get? Like, they're freaking in love. They saw you and they're like, that's it. That's it. Pile 1 is it, or Pile 2 is it for me. Like, that, you're the it guy. You're the it girl. Like, that's it. You're the it person. Like that's it. That's it. They're like, nope, there is no one else for me. And you make them feel good about it. Like, even though they seem like it seems like you're out of their league. Like, they're fine with that. Like, they don't care. Like it's like, I'll do what I need to have pile number 2. Right? And then we have the amethyst here showing that this is a very cosmic connection here. Okay, like, this is a very spiritual connection here, especially with these two coming out. With the Pope and the Popess, like, how much more spiritual can you get? Because you have the Emperor and the Empress, and that's the rulers of the material world. But then you have the Pope and the Popess, and those are the rulers of the spiritual realm. So this is a very spiritual connection. It's a very loving connection. It's a very deep connection. And they never want to see you cry. They never want to see you hurt. They want to make sure they provide a good life for you. But they also know that they too have to take care of themselves. Like, we have Virgo, integrity, reverence, and service. Yeah, what is it? They have you in their reverence. They revere you. They're like, oh, pile 2. They want to be of service to you, and they want to come from a place of integrity and respect, and, you know, like, making sure that they're doing the right thing at the right time. Let's check out these two. I love that these two flew over. We have Chiron coming out, hurt and heal. So there's a lot of things that they're healing right now. There's a lot of things that they're doing to change, right, to bring themselves into balance for you, for this connection. And it's like they're working on it. And here's the thing, it's like they're also being led by their guides and angels. We have Trine with angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Like, everything that's happening right now is happening as it's meant to. Even if it feels like in the 3D realm, like it's taking forever for this person to come to you, or maybe you guys are married and you guys are working things out, and it's just taking forever to kind of find that balanced state. It's like, this is exactly where it's meant to be, is where it's at. There's nothing that's deviated from the plan. Like, there's some kind of healing that's going on here with the Chiron energy. But it is also being led spiritually. And we were just talking about the spiritual connection, right? This is all very spiritual. Very, very spiritual. Let's get some more out. Okay, this wants to go over there, so we'll leave that there. On the bottom, summer solstice radiance. You make them shine. You make them feel like they're honestly, they feel like you're the light of their world, but you make them feel like they can just be everything, right? And we talk about the sun as this very masculine energy. It's like the father of the sky, and that's what they like, want to have kids with you. They want to build a family with you. Like, that's something that they want to do. They want to pass on a legacy with you, and that's what you make them feel like you're the person that they can do that with. Like, they don't have to worry about finding another person or worrying if they're ever fall in love again. Wow. I feel like you make them feel like they can't talk. Like, very much trip up their words. Like, usually they're really suave and they can speak in a certain manner, but when you come into play, it's like they just trip over their words. Like, we have number 4 coming out, wisdom, owls. Right off the bat, that was like confirmation for me of what I was saying, but there's this wisdom that connects you guys as well, this like ancient wisdom. So like, if you guys have had conversations, the conversations that you've had have been very deep, and you know, like, ancient wisdom. It's like you guys bounce things off of each other and it flows, right? It flows so well. There's also a very pure essence to this connection. Like pure is in the sense like when you guys come together and there's this union in the physical world, it's like people are going to be in awe at you guys. And it's not to like make others jealous or anything like that. It's like you guys are just going to exude this brilliance, this divine light. Like you're meant to bring some sort of angelic change to the world. So you guys could be earth angels. You could be star seeds, but really I am getting this sense that you guys are earth angels, or like, you know, sometimes we have these repeats, like ascended masters will come back down, but it's like you guys have this wisdom about you, this ancient wisdom that's flowing through you, it's different than star seeds. I don't know how to explain it, but you guys, again, that's not to exclude star seeds. I'm just saying the general feeling that I'm getting is more this angelic, like you guys are like earth angels. Like I keep hearing that song, Earth Angel. We have number 33 coming through. Yeah, your angels are with you. Like 3 for me is all about your angels being with you. And then we have 33 coming out on the bottom here. It says, appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. And that's what you guys are like. That's how people see you. Like they're just appreciating the fact that they met you. That's how this person feels. They're so grateful that you're in their life, that they've even met you, because you've changed their life for the better, right? And so they feel so good meeting you. They feel so good just knowing you. They're like, oh, I'm so glad I just know Pile 2. Like, holy moly, what would have happened if I'd never met Pile 2? Let's see here. Okay, I feel like it's this one. Okay, so again, we're not taking things at face value. I had to sit with this for just a second because I had to understand what was coming through. We're not taking this at face value, okay? It says, really, you thought I cared for you. In truth, I am a player, so I used you. They were a player in their past life, okay? So up until they met you, they were playing around. They were dinking around. They were doing everything that, you know, whatever it was, okay? And so they could have also been played by someone, you know, like this is why it's like when they met you, they knew it was you because they'd been played by other people. They've been hurt by other people. We have this Chiron, hurt and heal here. Okay, and that's what I keep getting drawn to with this card. It's just they're healing this energy. So whether they were a player or they were stuck with players in their life, they're healing the imbalance here. That's where they're getting this support from the divine. Okay, again, we're not taking it as, oh my gosh, they're a player. Like here you are saying, no, it's not like that. Actually, let's put that here. Let's get one of these. See what comes out. Source for pile number 2. Was it that one? No, okay, that's... Are they meant to have one of these? Maybe. That one. Okay, what do we have on the bottom? And then we have, I won't love a ghost for the rest of my life, number 10. So this could be where you're at. They could be not communicating with you guys, okay? They could be have ghosted you, and you're like in this energy of like, I can't love a ghost for the rest of my life. They know that. Like, they're aware of this, but they're still in the process of healing, and that's why we have the Trine coming out saying, it's like Source saying, you have a choice. You can absolutely say, I'm done with this connection. Absolutely. Like, there's never a set in stone, like, it has to be this way type of energy, right? But if they've ghosted you and you're like, I'm done with this, like, it's like, I can't handle this. If they really loved me, then they would come forward. If I'm like the bread to their butter, then why don't they just come forward and say so? Well, it's because right now, like, you have their energy here, and this is your energy, right? You're the reason that they're healing. Like, you came into their life and forced healing into their life. It's like, so now they're dealing with that. All right? And, like, I'm sure you know when you started your healing journey, it wasn't easy. It was probably really, really difficult, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. It was from my own experience, that's how it was for me. It's like, and it never gets easier. We're still on the healing journey. It never really gets easier. We're just more capable of handling it, right? And so they're just on this journey of healing those hurts. So they could have been a player. You could have picked up on that energy. I'm not getting that now. Like, they're healing that. But it's because you came into their life and they saw you as the person that's like, that's my person. And it's like, but I can't bring all this baggage to my person. Like, how ruthless and rude would that be? Like, I didn't like it when people treated me that way, right? And so they definitely feel like there's this sense of healing, but I do feel like it's like the talk is ticking. Okay, yeah, here we go. Well, I was going to say the talk is clicking. Yeah, okay, so the clock is ticking. For you, you're ready to just bunk out and say, okay, I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done. I'm over it. I can't do this anymore. But they're just still dealing with some stuff that they're letting go of. And that's another reason why they feel like you're out of reach, right? They just feel like you're on a different level because you've already healed so much. And it's like, how am I ever going to catch up to you? Well, again, it's all being divinely led. Look, we have the soul. Yeah, this is a very, very spiritual connection here. We have number 28 with butterfly. There's a huge transformation that's happening between your guys' energetic field. But it had to come from them healing themselves, right? It had to come from them overcoming those hurts and the pain that they experienced in their own life. Hold on just a second, guys. If this gets a little bit harder, I'm going to have to pause for a minute. The rain was the surprise today. It was not meant to rain today. It was supposed to be sunny and beautiful. Alright, well, I think it's okay for right now. So let's see. Yeah, we have number 1 over an ace. Listen with your heart. You're listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. And I feel like this is a message to you, just remembering that if they're dealing with difficulties right now, not to judge them because they're dealing with difficulties, but to keep space and compassion for them always. Even in our darkest hour, it's better for us to keep compassion for others, knowing that some other people are also dealing with that. Look, childhood innocence, you make them feel like a child. You make them feel like they can play and have fun and have a good time. And like, they love that. They love that. And again, this energy of wanting to build a family with you, wanting to have children with you, wanting to have a home with you. That's what they want. But right now they're in the process of healing their own heart. Okay, like this is absolutely heart healing energy coming through. And I feel like with gosh, if I could talk. Again, this person like feels like they can't talk with you guys. Like, anyways, with the clock is ticking, I feel like they feel like they're running out of time. And it's not even like, it's like, yeah, maybe you're like, I'm ready for this to happen. Come on, let's go. But they feel like they're running out of time, that somebody else is going to come in and take you from them. And that scares them. And so they're really doing the best that they can right now. Right? They're really doing the best that they can right now. So if this is like a no communication situation, that's it. If you guys are with them, they still feel this. Like maybe you guys want to have kids together, right? Maybe you guys want to build this family together, but things aren't working out. Or maybe you're waiting for them to get tested. So, or you're taking fertility, and it's like, it just feels like there's a disconnect, and they know that. And right now they're just healing something. Something is healing. And it's just like, allow it to happen as it's happening. Because when you start to force things, we reject it, even if we don't think that's how it works. But that's if we start to force things or try to control things, we begin to reject it and push it away from our lives. So remember to stay open. This is a very spiritual connection. Okay, this is something that is promised by the divine, but it's not going to be promised on your time frame. Okay, it's going to be promised on the divine's time frame, and that is a totally different subject than ours, right? As much as your heart hurts, this is the clearing out of generational curses. This is how they feel right now. Their heart hurts. What was I saying? They're healing their heart. Right? They're healing their heart. They're trying to deal with those pains, those upsets. And so it's like, because they're healing out generational curses. Like if they were a player or if they've been played by somebody, they're healing that. That doesn't happen overnight. None of that healing happens overnight. And then we have number 6, take 10 seconds before you take a leap. And this is the only card that mentions any amount of time. And so that's why it's weird that I kept getting that the clock is ticking. So this is like a message to you. Slow down. Slow down. Stay where you're at. Be content with where you're at right now. Find the blessings in this now moment so that this can unfold the way that it's meant to. Because there is something that's happening. There's an energetic shift that's coming here. They want to offer you everything, but again, they don't want to bring their baggage. Like, that's the biggest thing here. They see you as someone that's healed, that's beautiful, that's divine, but they don't want to bring their baggage into this because they know how heavy their baggage is. They've been carrying it, and they don't want to put that on you, and that's respect. Right? That's respect. That is somebody who deserves respect. And if they ghosted you, yes, that is an answer in some way, shape, or form, but understanding that sometimes it's because they don't have anything to say. They can only take action in their own life. And it's not to tell you guys to wait around for someone that's ghosted you. Go and live your life. But take 10 seconds before you write this connection off. Just a second. There's something else here, right? Like, there's something else here. There's something that's very beautiful here. The light is about to shine. You guys have gone through the storm. You've gone through the storm, but you have to let them catch up to you guys. Wherever you're at, if you guys are together in a marriage, if you guys are in no contact, whatever it is, you make them feel like incredibly good. Okay? And they want to give you everything, but they're just not at the level you're at right now. Okay? So this is what I have for you guys. I hope that this resonates. I really loved your reading. It was really beautiful. So I'm going to leave it there. If it resonated, hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel and set the notification bell so you get notified when the next video does get uploaded. But with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here. But until next time, stay human, guys. Bye. Welcome, my fellow humans that chose pile 3 or this deck or this stone, which is the bloodstone or gem or crystal or whatever it is. It's the bloodstone, guys. Got the bloodstone gang. It's the bloodstone gang. Yeah, this is going to be your reading on how do you make them feel. So they've been really telltale so far. So we'll see what comes up in your guys' reading. We'll ask the dice first. Keep in mind, this doesn't necessarily mean romantic love. If you guys are looking for romantic love, check out one of the other piles, but we'll find out how this one plays out too. So it could be friendship, family, it could be anything really. So just keep an open mind. Yeah. With that being said, guys, if it resonates, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and set the notification bell. So that way you guys get notified when I do upload a new video. Also, be aware that the more you interact with my channel, it allows me an opportunity to get you guys out more resonant readings. Because it allows me to connect with your energy. Alright! Woo! So anyways, guys, I'm feeling rather goofy. And the rain is finally stopped. So I feel like that Breaking Benjamin song, like, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. All the world is waiting for the sun. So because it's coming in, it may mean something to you guys. Maybe there's been a period of stagnation or sadness for you guys. I don't know, but that is coming in right now. Let's go ahead and ask your dice and see what is going on. So Source, how does pile 3 make this person feel? How does pile 3 make them feel, Source? What can you tell us? What do they need to know? How does pile 3 make them feel? So let me zoom in. Don't worry, I'll move them down for you guys. Okay, that was way too far. Okay, there we go. There we go. I know, it bounces around a little bit. Sorry, so sorry. We have a lot of Cancerian energy coming in here. So, yeah, okay, now I understand why I was singing that song. Yeah, because it was raining, but no, it was weird because the whole time it was raining and only on your guys' pile did the song come through. But Cancer is very moody when they're in their shadow, and so, you know, and just sometimes Cancers have a bad day. It's okay, we're human, you know, I'm not here judging, it just happens, right? But Cancers can be very down and out, and they feel very, like, depressed and stuff when things aren't going good. So, you might make them feel depressed because things aren't going their way. But regardless, you definitely did make a first impression on them that was very impressionable. Like, you impressed them in a way that they'd not been impressed before. And it kind of like left this memory of you. And they see how you view the world, and they feel like that's something that they want in their life. Like, they would love to bring that into their life, right? They do feel like you're a very loyal and nurturing person, and they would love to have that with you, to be a support system for you, to bring compassion and unconditional love to you, because I feel that they've experienced you going through codependence or passive-aggressive situationships, right? Things that weren't good. And they've experienced that, and they've also seen you heal, and they feel like you guys have come up into this place of being this very safe, soft, sensitive soul, and they feel comfortable with you, and they feel like you would make a great mother or father, parent figure, right? This is very unconscious though right now. Okay, so how they're feeling is unconscious. It's not really in their front right now. It's not in the front of their mind like, oh my gosh, pile 3. So you guys, there may still be a lot of healing that needs to be done with this person. All right, especially with the moon here. It's definitely the things that have been buried deep within us. And there's this inner child that needs to be healed with them. And they're feeling the effects of that right now. And so right now, what is the most important thing for them are their own personal needs, what they need. And they feel like you're the reason they feel that way, that they've become selfish. But it's not, right? It's self-love. It is self-love, and self-love isn't selfish. You know, if you felt your own love, you know that shit runs supreme, right? Like, that's how it works. And so right now they feel like, oh my gosh, pile 3, like, you pushed me into this place where I want to be selfish. I want to be in love with myself. I want to take care of my own personal needs, but I'm scared. You have the bloodstone, which is a stone of protection, okay? They are trying to protect themselves from their own hurts and their own woes and their own sadness, right? That rain, go away. Like, they're really sad. It's like waiting for the sun to show, but right now all we have is the moon, is that subconscious coming through. This is also a stone connected to the heart, but it's a dark green with these red flecks inside of it, right? And it's like this darkness that's taken over their heart. It's not the bright color like the green aventurine. And so it's like they could be experiencing the dark night of the soul right now. And they feel like you're responsible. Split the deck and we have the King of Swords come through. Like a truth coming through. It's like they feel like you guys are responsible for them feeling this way. But it's not to tell you guys that to make you upset, okay? Like, it's not to be like, oh, well, it's their problem. Like, no, it's not anything like that. Like, it's just coming through because right now there's not a conscious feeling. So who we're going to talk to today is absolutely their higher self, okay? So they're subconscious, okay? The things that they're not consciously aware of right now. So keeping an open mind, guys. Source, how does this person feel, or how does pile 3 make them feel, Source? How does pile 3 make them feel? And so I keep getting this sense of like, they feel like it's your fault. Like, that's the conscious feeling that they have. They feel like it's your fault. And that's, again, I'm not telling you guys this to make you upset, okay? I'm telling you this because that's the one thing that keeps coming through. And so I need to get it out there so we can find out what else is going on. And it's not your fault. Whatever it is, it's not your fault, guys. Like, it's easier to blame someone else than it is to take accountability for our own actions, okay? And just keep that in mind. So, Source, how does pile 3 make them feel? Alone. I just heard that. That was so loud. Alone. Why? Let's get some cards out on it. How does pile 3 make them feel, Source? What can you tell us? Oh, that was so loud. Again, don't take it with a grain of salt what's coming out, okay? It's not to make you guys upset or sad or anything like that. It's just, I feel like this is coming through as clarity for you guys so that you can make a move for yourself right now. It's like for this person to want to worry about their own personal needs, like that's something that you guys need to worry about as well, right? So how does pile 3 make them feel? Whoa. Yeah, see, unconsciously they do care about you guys, but they just don't have a lot to offer right now. How does pile 3 make them feel? Whoa. Okay. Like they're stuck. How does pile 3 make them feel? Yes. Okay. I think I have enough room for one more, actually. Make sure I'm still in frame. How does pile 3 make them feel, Source? What can you tell us? Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay, they do feel... Consciously, they do feel kind of... How do I say this? So you guys could be chasing them. Or you have chased them. And they feel overwhelmed by that. And they feel like they've broken your heart, and in turn that's also broken their heart. And that's not a reflection on you guys, okay? Like, that's not a reflection on you guys. But it's like they're in this process of beginning again and understanding what it means to begin again. Okay, they're healing from something heavy. Something truly heavy. Yeah, there's some huge changes happening here. Look, like, this is it. It's like, so I feel like this is a subconscious coming through. Or, yeah, this is a subconscious. This is the conscious mind coming through. Okay? So let's talk about this for a second. There's a lot of changes going on in the physical world. Their whole life is upside down right now. Their whole life is changing. Their whole life is coming to this place of balance, right? Of balance, like, so they can begin to build stability. But it's uncomfortable. It's not fun, whatever they're going through. And it's like, this didn't happen until they met you, okay? Until they even considered you as somebody in their life. And it's like, their subconscious is saying, it's like, right now, it's like, you're in this place of seeing the changes. Whether you're seeing their changes or your own changes, it doesn't matter, okay? You're in this place of seeing changes happening all around you. Like, constantly. You guys are constantly seeing changes. You guys are constantly seeing synchronicities. You guys are constantly noticing things. And in their subconscious, they want to come and offer you something. We have this Cancer energy with this Queen of Cups here. We have Scorpio energy with the Knight of Cups here. Okay? And it's like this very watery, they want to materialize this very watery emotional feeling that they have for you guys, right? But look at you. It's like they see you guys paying attention to the changes now. And again, I feel like this is the conscious, because I feel like this is your energy from the past. Not you. This is something that you did from the past that put them in this energy, because they feel like it, again, that blame. They're not taking accountability, but their subconscious is saying, like, I want to offer you love. I want to give you something. I want to be romantic with you. I really like this to go somewhere. But let's look at where they're at right now. They can't move forward because they're stuck. They're stuck in the material world. Like, you're learning how to manipulate and bend the material world. You're learning how to co-create. Okay, like, manifestations may, if they haven't happened for you yet, they may start to happen. And right now, it's more about the synchronicities. Like, I keep hearing the synchronicities are what's important for you. And they're seeing synchronicities too, but they're taking them the wrong way right now. Every time they see a synchronicity, they come back to this place where they feel like you just wanted their energy. You just wanted them to be a part of your life. Like, you wouldn't leave them alone. Like, this is a really interesting place that this person's in. I don't like it. I can't change it, but I'm going to say I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. This over here feels really good, but this over here does not feel good. Because it's like they're looking at you, right? They're looking towards you, and they're not even paying attention to how they feel in the situation. They're just noticing that they don't feel good right now. And they were fine until you came into their life. But now they feel like, oh, you know what? Pile 3 just wanted my energy. They just wanted to be in my life. Or they wanted me because I have something to offer them. A title, a position, or status, or whatever. And I don't feel like that's how you guys are at all. Okay, like, I don't. It's just that they're trying to justify the hardships that they're experiencing right now. And the only way to justify that is by pointing the finger, because pointing the finger means it takes the pressure off of looking at self, right? But we have this Ace of Cups here. This Ace of Cups in my deck, it talks about self-love. It's in the reverse. Homie, it's in the reverse. How do you make them feel? Well, on a subconscious level, they're in love with you. Okay? They love you guys. They care about you. Even if this is a friendship or whatever it is, they care about you deeply. Okay? They care about you subconsciously. In the physical, though, they're so busy blaming you guys that they can't even understand why they feel this way. They don't. They like refuse to. It's like they're so caught up in the societal belief that everything is everyone else's fault. It's not my fault. I can't do any wrong. I can't do nothing out of ordinary. I can't do nothing out of sorts, this, that, and the other. It's always someone else's fault. Let me blame someone else because that's easy. It's easy to point the finger. My mom always told me when you point the finger, there's 3 fingers that are pointing back at you. Right? You point the finger and there's 3 fingers that are pointing back at you. Never forget that, right? Like that is such a powerful reminder. It's never anyone else's fault the way that we feel. But they've never taken accountability for their own actions, and right now they feel stuck because you came in and it was a whirlwind, right? It was a whirlwind in their life, and now they feel like they have to begin again. And they see you as someone who's confident, and they see as confident and as someone who left their life in shambles. But again, this is misguided. This is a conceited way to look at things. They're very conceited right now. They're very much in their shadow. This is someone who is living in their shadow, and I wish I had better news for you, Pile 3. I really do. I really wish I had way better news for you guys, but right now they're just not ready for anything other than dealing with themselves. And so why I'm saying is that maybe you guys were in this energy of chasing them, and that put them in this place where they felt like you were always going to come back, always going to come back. And if you guys haven't come back, then now this is like amplified, because it's like, oh, so I was only good enough for the chase for a little while, but because I never put in any effort, like now I'm not worth it. Like they really are feeling it on their end. Okay. And guys, you did nothing wrong. Okay. Like, let's just get that clear and out there so that you know you did nothing wrong. Okay. There's this person is just, they're very much in this place of the world revolves around them. Okay? When we're talking about self-love, it's like right now they're putting their personal needs above everything else. They're putting their priority is on themselves, and that's why it came out, was because it's like Source's message to you is putting your priority on you above everything else. Your self-love, your self-care, your work, the things that you find love in, the things that you find joy in. Putting care in that, because eventually this person's going to get through this healing journey, and they're going to get back to the fact and unwind themselves and see that they really care about you. Who knows how long that journey could be? It could be 1 month. This could be years in the making. But there's no need for you guys to put yourself on hold. And I know we all want to hear that they're going to come to us. We all want to hear that, oh, my love story is going to unfold tomorrow. Like, all right, like by Christmas, I'm going to be married and pregnant and we're going to have kids and, you know, whatever it is. Like, of course, everybody wants to hear that, but this is real life. This is real life. And they could live in this energy for a huge portion of their life until something tragic happens in their life. Like, actually tragic. Okay. Not just rubbing the ego raw. Like, I'm talking about, like, they lose their house, they lose their possessions, they lose their money, and maybe they become homeless or something. I mean, that's not anything I would wish on anybody. I'm talking about like real loss here. Like right now they're in this because their ego didn't get stroked the way that they wanted it to. And so now they're dealing with a lot of anger. It's like, I feel like they came back and they breadcrumbed you guys. They gave you so little. But they expected you guys to keep showing up as you were, as the Queen of Cups here. And it's like, again, this is in the past energy, right? But we're talking about subconscious. I feel like there's a split in the reading here. This definitely feels like subconscious, but let's look at it on a timeline. This is past energy, right? You kept giving them love, knowing it was going to change their life. Then they would come in and they would give you so little behind you, because the Knight of Cups in my deck, he's the one that offers the least amount of love. Even smaller than the Page of Cups. His cup is small. It's shallow. There's nothing there. Okay? It doesn't mean he's not romantic. It doesn't mean he's not altruistic. It doesn't mean any of that. It's just a shallow cup of love. It's shallow. It's very, very, it's with the idea that I'm going to get something in return, something more. right? Something more in return. And that's what the idea is. But overall, he's a nice guy. He's generally sweet. But you have a knight approaching a queen here. And then you turned your back because suddenly things started changing in your own life. Or you started changing your own life. And he was left out here by himself. Oh my gosh. What happened to my person? What happened to pile 3? And now he's dealing with all this is like sexual frustration. This is like frustration, egoic frustration. This is anger, like anger. Like I see anger everywhere. And it's like, how do you make him feel? Like you have triggered every one of his emotional triggers. I don't know why I keep saying his. I guess this could be a woman too. Like this could be anybody. Whatever. This person, you've triggered their anger, like their deep-rooted anger. And it was meant to happen this way. Okay, pile 3, like these piles that are like this, like like they come out, like I can't change it, but it was meant to happen this way. Right? It was meant to happen, and it was meant to happen so that you guys look. Taurus came out in the reverse. Trust, patience, and sensuality. They wanted, ooh, child. Okay. So how do you make them feel, guys? I'm sorry. Like this is more about where they're at than it is about how you make them feel, because they're trying to say this is how you make them feel, but it has nothing to do with you. But Taurus came out in the reverse. They wanted to F you and leave you. Like that's exactly the energy that they're in right now. Okay, they don't trust you. They don't trust themselves. They don't have any patience. And sensuality in the reverse, that tells me it's an F-buddy situation. They just wanted an F-buddy situation to say they had you, and then they could bounce out whenever they wanted. They didn't care if they were going to hurt your heart. And we have Capricorn on the bottom. Ambition, realism, methodical steps. This is the energy that you're in. You're in this slow steps moving forward. They're also taking slow steps forward. But again, we have this time, this hourglass up here. It's like this could take a long time. Don't put your life on hold for this person. I'm not saying to go jump into another relationship. I'm just saying, like, be open to if somebody else comes along. Like, you know, hold your respect for yourself, but be open to situations as they come along. And that's difficult, especially when we care so deeply about another person, you know? Okay, that one, no. On the bottom, summer solstice radiance. Yeah, let yourself shine. Let yourself shine this time. This person has taken enough from you, okay? And I feel like they broke your heart. Like, this is just this energy. Like, this person. They really think that they're entitled to making anybody feel the way they want to make them feel, but that they don't have to feel anything. Hello, narcissist. Right? Instead of hello, nurse. Hello, narcissist. Okay? Like, let's be real. And they have to heal this. Like, they're mad that you left. This person's, you might be the only the only pile that I I think I'm going to get some channel messages for you guys. We have reliability goat. So that's the thing. They have no one they can rely on. And now that you maybe I feel like there's no contact between you guys. Or you guys have slowed down the amount of energy that you put into that. And now they're feeling that crumble and fall. And so now they feel like they have no one reliable. Even the person they thought was going to be there. But you're finding a sense of freedom for yourself. Okay, and I know you wanted to know how they feel. But guys, we could go into this all day. Honestly, it's not going to make you feel better. Okay, like, it's really not. I feel like this is Source just wanting to give you guys messages and show you that okay, you guys are getting 3 of these. They don't have your best interest in. I'm not even going to look at the bottom because... Okay, so instead... Should I do this one? Let's see. Let me see if one of these comes out for you guys. Not a whole stack, Source, just one. Yeah, okay. So we have trust that I know what you are truly worthy of, and that I'm bringing you love that exceeds your wildest imagination. Love, Source. Okay, like Source is bringing you love. Even if it's not this person, okay? But look, we have, I do not feel like I can keep up with your hustle, so instead of being honest, I self-sabotage, which hurt you as well. You needed an explanation. There it is. There it is. They self-sabotage. They knew who you were. They knew what you meant to them. But so, you know, we're humans. We get to make our own choices. Free will. That's a thing. That's a thing. Like, even if things are divinely guided, they can still say no. They could still be a jerk about it. Like, that's human nature, right? Like, we get to choose what we want. And it doesn't mean that it's always going to be good, right? Like, we have marriage is a serious thing and should last forever. You don't just want to rush into it with number 30. So this is what they're saying. Like, yeah, this may feel like a forever person, but again, we're not trying to rush into it because there's other things that are going on that you guys can't see, that how you make them feel. It's not even about you. Like, at this point, it's not even about how you make them feel. It's your energy in their life rubs their demons the wrong way. And they feel like it's your fault. They feel like it's your fault, but it's not. Smack slap this person. Take 10 seconds before you take a leap. Number 6. So some of you guys could be considering a relationship with this person. Some of you guys could be considering a long-term situationship with this person, but there's like this enamored, like this period of, lust and admiration where it's like you're not paying attention to the red flags. And so if that's where some of you guys are, it's like just take a moment before you get yourself into a situation that later on down the line, it's like that when women get together with men who beat them. He was so sweet in the beginning, you know, and I fell in love with him like that. And then when we got married, he started beating me. And then it was like, but I knew that I could make him become that sweet person that he was in the beginning. The truth of the matter is that person that they fell in love with was a mask. It was the punishments and the brutality. That was the real person. Okay, like that. And that's what I don't usually bring that up on readings, but for some reason I feel like for you guys, I need to bring this up because it's just a reminder that you deserve so much more than this. Even if it feels hard, even if it feels difficult, like, oh my gosh, this has to be my person. Okay, whale breach. This is about getting out of what you know, right? This is about taking more than just a coffee break and getting out of your zip code, getting out of your town for a little while, getting refresher, right? Like, there's so much going on with this connection and it's in your energy, guys. Like, this is in your energy. Yeah, you guys got to find peace of mind here. Look, we have the mask and the spirits. Like, put down the weapons, take off your mask, find a sense of peace for yourself. That's why you guys need to get out of Dodge for a little bit. So if this is a relationship that you guys have, like, there could be a lot going on in this relationship. And again, it's not me to say that this person isn't for you. It's not me to say that this is a bad choice that you made. That's not what this is. It's just right now, there's a need for you to take a breath. Okay, there's a need for you I need to take a beat. I need to get my head back on straight. Because there's some kind of imbalance that's coming out here and it's reflecting poorly on you and it's making you feel bad, which ultimately that's not the point of this, right? It's not the point to make you feel bad. That's not what's going on here. This person, whoever they are, they have some demons they have to deal with. So we have the heart of the matter. There's more going on than meets the eye with number 22. And 2 is trusting the process. We have this master number here. Yeah, so there's a lot of healing that's going on, but there's other things that are going on that you may not be seeing. Okay? And so, again, it's just like there's something that's deeper here. These cards don't usually fly out in the reverse like that. But it came, excuse me, I apologize. It came out in the reverse like that, guys. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift, right? And then we have, this is number 13. So it's like, this is a hard time. But one day, when you're healed, you'll look back on this and you'll see the blessing in the situation, no matter how hard it is. And that's sometimes the hardest thing for us to embrace is like, oh my gosh, this is the worst time in my life. How could this ever be a blessing? But guys, I lived with an abusive partner for 8 years. And we're talking physically, mentally, emotionally, and sexually abusive. And it was the worst time of my life. Okay, and to not get into too many details here, when I left, I was in this place of Stockholm syndrome. Like, I had to have him in my life, and I kept asking myself just to give myself one more day before I reached out to him. And I did this for months, and finally there was a period in time where it clicked, and it was like, okay, I know he's bad for me, but it was like I still wanted him in my life, even though he was a terrible, terrible partner for me. Okay, it doesn't mean he's a terrible person. It's just that we didn't belong together because we obviously brought out the worst in each other. I was his enabler, and he was just the abusive partner. And it took years. Like, I've been single now for 4 years, and it's taken me all this time to heal. But I realize now that that is one of the biggest blessings in my life, was having experienced that, because I would have never known what to ask for, what I really wanted, without having experienced that first. Okay, and I don't talk about this a lot, but I want you guys to know you're not alone. Okay, like, what you're experiencing is not, you're not alone in it. And you don't have to isolate yourself from it, which is obvious. That is the first thing that abused people will do, or people who've been in situations like this, they will do. They'll isolate themselves, thinking they can handle it on their own. And then the situation escalates. So we have receive with love and appreciation. Gracious acceptance is the way to show love, with 34 here. Something that really helped me was saying thank you for the hardships, even though I didn't understand what they were. I used to go around in bad situations, and I'd put my hands to the sky and I'd say, thank you, Source, for this terrible situation. Even though I don't understand why you brought it into my life, thank you for it, because I know one day I'll know why. And that sounds crazy, but you know what? I understand why that was how I had to start, because I had to start changing my perspective somewhere. And that's what this feels like. It's like changing your perspective somewhere. Let's get a few channeled messages for you guys, and then I'll send you on your way. I am sending you guys out a huge energetic hug right now. Please do not feel like this person's problems are your fault, because they're not. This person has something going on much deeper than you even see, than you understand or know. And they're not going to share it with you, because this person wants to hold it close to their heart and use that as a reason to treat people the way that they treat them. And that's not fair. Yeah, psychokinesis, the ability to move things with your mind. You guys may be in a place where you're like wondering what the heck is going on, because things are moving all the time. And it's because you guys are connecting with your gifts, and one of your gifts might be psychokinesis, okay? Yes, it's a thing. It happens. It's weird. Free up some time. Yeah. Here you go. Like, it's time for you guys to free up some time for yourself, right? What we say, like getting out, taking a vacation, even if it's a small vacation, even if it's to your parents' house, right? With financial freedom, right? This is what I feel like you're building. Like, they want you guys to know that this is coming into your life. So if you guys are not with this person, don't pay this person too much attention right now, because it's all about you guys focusing on yourself. And we saw that here with the Queen of Cups. I definitely feel that's your energy. And we have that coming and focusing on this 5 of Coins here. Big changes. Things are finally balancing out for you. Incoming message. So they could come in with an incoming message, and this will make you feel all these weird things again, like wondering. And they may come in and they may feel, I feel like this is going to be a verbally abusive message. A verbally abusive message. I don't know why, but that is what I got right when I turned that over. I was like, oh my gosh, that's what it feels like. That this person's going to come in and verbally attack you. Remembering that silence is power here. I do feel like you guys just needed some guidance. You are super strong, and you guys are so much more powerful than you realize. You guys are also coming into your gift of clairaudience, clear hearing. Okay, this also is confirmation here that there's clear hearing on this reading. That was confirmation for me that I'm getting it right. But this is also confirmation for you guys. Not only are you coming into your gift of clairaudience, there's something that you needed to hear in regards to this message. Okay, and I feel like that could also be connected to this incoming message. This is an incoming message from your guides, your angels, from Source, from those that want you guys to succeed. Okay, and remember, if this is who you think you're in love with, and you're falling in love with yourself, the more you fall in love with yourself, the more you're gonna realize, like, you deserve so much better than someone like this. Okay. I love you, Pile 3. I wish this was a more positive message, but I can't control the cards, what comes out. It is what it is, okay? So with that being said, I'm sending you guys out this energetic hug. Here's my energetic hug to you guys. I love you so much. And may you guys be surrounded by love and light as you continue on your journey. And may you always, 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 always be given the courage you need to do what is best for you in anyone's situation, including this situation. These are the words I pray over you, my pile threes. So shall they be. Amen. Ahoase. And with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here. But until next time, stay human, guys. Bye.